So today we are going to discuss about a very interesting and a very important and a much awaited topic by all of you. That is all about heredity. Okay. So many a times we might have been told by our relatives that our face is like our mother or nose is like father. Okay. Or some other character is like our grandmother. Why all these characters we got? It is because of what is called heredity. So what is this heredity? It is nothing but it is the transfer of characters. It is the transfer of the different characters, as I said now, whatever the features you got or any other character, okay, the transfer of characters from parents to their children, from parents to their children or offspring, parents to offspring. So we commonly use this term offspring, okay, that is for the children generation we use this term. So what is heredity now? It is the transfer of characters from parents to offspring, or the transfer of characters from one generation to another generation. Parents are of one generation, children are of another generation. So like that, from one generation to another generation, the transfer of characters that is taking place is what is called heredity. And whatever characters you got, suppose your face is like your mother or your eyes are like your grandmother, these characters whatever you have got, those are called the inherited characters. Those are called the inherited characters, or they are called the traits. Okay, so here today let us understand about how most of our features will particularly match with our parents. Okay, for most of the times they'll be matching with our parents, then also with the relatives that you come to understand very soon. Okay, but first let us understand how come you got the characters, most of your characters will match with that of your parents. So let us try to understand that. So, okay, you are a child, okay, who is a zygote at the time of conception by your mother, okay, and you are formed by the fusion of the ovum, okay, from your mother and the sperm from your father. So how you are formed? These two gametes, the ovum and the sperm, okay, which are formed because of meiosis in the reproductive cells of your father and mother, okay, those two have got fused. Their nucleus will get fused together within the ovum, okay, within the ovum, the nucleus that is there, okay, to that the sperm will reach till that point, and the sperm nuclei will fuse with that of the ovum nuclei, and then develops the zygote. So zygote is actually a fertilized ovum which will have the nuclei of the mother and father together. So you know, where is the nucleus? A cell will be there. Cell will have the nucleus. Within the nucleus, you have what are called the chromosomes. Within the chromosomes, as I have already explained, there will be what is called DNA. There is what is called DNA. Okay. So within the chromosomes, if you draw the chromosomes properly like this, okay, there is the DNA inside this one. So this DNA, which is deoxyribonucleic acid, is the one that is responsible for the transmission of the characters. And why we have got most of the characters like our mother or father is because of the DNA, okay, what you are receiving from your mother and father. So when both the ovum and sperm nucleus, when they fuse, okay, you are getting formed who will be called the zygote, and you have received the DNA from both your father and mother, because of which most of your characters would match your mother and father. Okay, but you might have observed that we are not okay, completely like our mother or father. We are something different. Okay, it is not that half of our body is like our mother and half is like father. We are not like an Ardhanarishwar in any ways, but we are different. We have our own personality. We have our own characters also. So how come you have developed all these additional characters? Though you are receiving the DNA of both your mother and father, you have your own characters that have developed within you. How that will happen? Okay, that is all because of the process of meiosis. So if you remember what was meiosis, okay, meiosis was the process which was leading to the formation of gametes. So these gametes that are getting formed, actually, they undergo the process of crossing over. If you remember, in the Pakitine stage, they undergo the process of crossing over. So these gametes which have undergone the process of crossing over, okay, are responsible for variations. They show what is called independent assortment. they show what is called as independent assortment during the formation of the zygote. And that is why there are a lot of variations also in the newly born offspring like us. So though we are born out of our parents, we have our own characters also, which are influenced by different factors like the crossing over and independent assortment of the gametes. It may be due to some changes, environmental influences, all that might have also triggered some level of variations within us. So finally, we are like this with the characters mostly from the mother and father. That is because of heredity, okay, and also some new characters because of the crossing over that has occurred, okay, during the process of meiosis. So okay, let us try to understand some more details about heredity. So before actually proceeding into the concepts of heredity, okay, we have to understand certain terms which are very, very important to be understood in order to understand the topic in a better way. So if you have to follow the topic in a better way, you have to know about certain terms which I will be using in the coming up topics very freely. So before I proceed with all these topics, let me give a clear understanding about some of the important terms which will be used in these okay, topics in future. So let us okay, understand all those and stay tuned.